Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Clementine. I am an onboarding specialist over here at Dashlane. I am based in France, so I'm right on the other side of the world. It's the morning here. Today I'm going to be presenting you Dashlane, your new password management tool. This training session is going to be, it's going to last like 30 minutes, and then it might depend on a few questions you might have at the end, but basically we're gonna see what is Dashlane, how to set up your account, how to use Dashlane with a live demo, a few tricks and tips, and then, as I said, Q&A session. Basically, what I want to show you first before deep diving into, Dashlane is like nowadays, you've heard, especially more and more since the pandemic, that there's still going on, like data breaches, things going on, Uber, Facebook, Meta, EasyJet, British Airways, Marriott, also browsers, Apple, so big company, smaller company, sometimes things like some information leaks and goes into the web, and that can be dangerous, especially for companies, for everybody, but also for companies, because you might, some information, private information might go on the web, on the dark web. So basically, Dashlane is a password manager who is going to be all the job for you. Basically, Dashlane is going to remember all your passwords, but also Dashlane is going to help you create strong new passwords, because we have a password generator. So easy, remember, autofill, and do all the job for you. Dashlane is also a security tool. You have to see Dashlane as a vault, very secure vault, and you are the only one who has access to that vault. No one else than you know your password. To access Dashlane, you use your SSO connection, which is your computer connection, and that password, you are the only one who knows it. Your admins at AP Eagers, they don't know your password. They don't know anything about your private details, and that stays for you. It is a vault. We're also based on a zero knowledge architecture, meaning that we know you're using it, but we don't know what you have inside your vault. Again, we don't know your password, your computer password, your personal passwords, nothing. We just know that you're using Dashlane and you're just being safe. And you can also have Dashlane on the go. Basically, Dashlane is an extension that you install in a browser, but you can also download the app on your cell phone, or if you have a tablet, an iPad, and have Dashlane with you on the go. If you are on a business trip, if you need to access a specific information, you can just, get your cell phone, open Dashlane, have the information, and that's it. You don't have to log into your computer, nothing. So, and finally, Dashlane is a life simplifier, because you'll see that once you start using Dashlane every day, the first 2 weeks, just put a note, open Dashlane, start using Dashlane. You will see that after about 2 weeks, once it's become a habit, you will not pay attention anymore to Dashlane. It's going to disappear kind of in the background of your digital life. Dashlane will never, when I say that, don't think that Dashlane is going to change passwords, do things without your permission. You will always be, the driver of your vault. You will always be in command. Dashlane will always ask you, what do you want to do? Do you want to save? Do you want to change your passwords? And you give direction to Dashlane. Dashlane will never do something without you knowing it, okay? So how to set up Dashlane? You'll need, if you haven't received it yet, you will receive an invitation from Dashlane. It's a no reply at dashlane.com. Click on the invite link. Your account is going to be linked to your AP Eagers email address. If the app is not installed on the extension, you'll see that you just follow the flow. Dashlane will ask you to install if it's not already there, and then you activate your account. And as I said, you start logging in every day. This is an example of your, the email you have received or you will receive. Click on join your team. Your email address is going to be already auto-filled. Just follow the steps here. Dashlane, if you're using Chrome, for example, and the extension is not installed on Chrome, then Dashlane is going to ask you, do you want to add it to Chrome? And I highly recommend you to add it to Chrome, because that's where you're going to have the best experience when using Dashlane. So as I said, Dashlane on the go, you can download Dashlane on your cell phone. If you need it, you can, I highly recommend you also to activate, the biometrics. So it's going to be easier for you to access Dashlane. You need a credential, you need, passwords, a secure notes, anything, you have it with you on the go. I'm going to be doing now a live demo, show you where Dashlane is, how to add your password, how to use the password generator, and then I'm going to be talking about the dark web monitoring, which is a really nice feature, the phishing alerts, and friends and family extra license. So where is Dashlane? Let me remove this bar here. Oh, okay, you see over here, my D is red. This is Dashlane, okay? Red means that my vault is closed. I cannot open it. Everything is encrypted. No one else than me can open this vault. So it's really safe. When you connect, it's going to be green color. If you don't see the Dashlane over here, the extension, just click on the extension logo and you will pin it. If you don't see it in this list, means that Dashlane is not installed, so you're going to have to install it. In case you're using multiple browsers, Edge, Chrome, you can install on any browser, but you're going to have to do it manually. So over here it's pinned. I'm going to open my vault. My vault right now is locked. I am not SSO, okay? I don't have the same system as you have, so I need to enter a password. So let me enter the key to open my vault. Okay, so this is my mini vault. This is Dashlane. So this is, and don't worry, it's small, but we can get it bigger. This is the mini vault. Basically over here, you can have like a really quick look on all your passwords. I can click over here. I can have, anything, notes. Let me get another passwords. I have, I don't know what this is. I have everything, okay? I can also put payments, credit cards, so I have access to credit card if I want to. Secure notes, I can add anything. I have French stuff, I have English, anything. Personal, I can just enter any personal information if I want to. I just want to point here is the generator. So if I click over here, you will see this is the kind of password, because I have set it up to 40 character length. This is the kind of password Dashlane might offer next time I need help from Dashlane to create a new password. So no more reusing the same password, no more, writing your password on a sticky note or on a notebook. We have to, stay away from those bad habits. Please start using the password generator. You'll see that you can have like one different password for each account. You can, move here, make it smaller, bigger. You can select if you want letters, digit. You do, whatever you want to do. To open the web app, it's over here. Open the app. And now I am inside Dashlane with all my credentials over here and shortcuts. So first of all, before showing you how to add password, I just want to point over here. You have two spaces. Basically here, over here, you have the personal, and you're going to have the AP Eager space. This is a way of Dashlane for this specific account. Dashlane is putting everything that is related to your AP Eager's email address. It's going into this business space, and anything else that is related, if you want to add like your personal credential linked to your personal email address like Gmail, Yahoo, anything is going to go into the personal space. So business, it's just for AP eagers. Business space cannot be exported. Personal can be exported. So you still own your personal, don't worry. You can, move them out of this, vault, for example, if you need to, but business space will stay in this, business credential will stay over here. I'm going to do the demo using the business space, but basically it's going to be exactly the same using the personal space. So how do I add a password? Simple, add new. Enter the URL website if you know it, your username, which is an email address, the password, a note if you need a note, if just fill up all the fields over here. If you have multiple items, for example, multiple accounts on LinkedIn, you can put LinkedIn HR, LinkedIn marketing, and maybe LinkedIn personal if you want to. The space, Dashlane will detect if your login username is your AP Eagers email address or not. And then over here, what we call collection, it's up to you, okay? You don't have to filling everything, but collection for us, it's like a folder or it's like a tag. You can give a name or multiple names to a credential. So here I can add it to the marketing collection, but I can also create a new collection, AP Eagers, for example. And so when I save this credential, it's going to go into the design collection, and no, it's going to go into the AP Eagers collection and the marketing collection. The second way to add passwords, if you're using like your browser to save all your passwords, or if you're already using a password management tool and you want to switch to Dashlane, you will have to export your password into a CSV file, save it on your desktop before importing into Dashlane. Just click over here. This is an example. Open the CSV file. We need to do some cleanup here. We don't want to see empty spaces. We don't want to see like weird, like a name here, which is like numbers instead. And I mean, unless you know what it is, but basically we need to clean up. In the URL, just put the URL of the website address. We need to have a login, a password. So let's do some cleanup. Save it again on your desktop, and then when you're ready, go back to Dashlane, my account, settings, and import the data. That's it. Just follow the flow, select where you're importing from, let's say Google Chrome, and it's going to ask you to go and find the CSV file and upload it into Dashlane. So when this is done, this is how you enter all your password in a few clicks. Once you have imported everything into Dashlane, that specific CSV file, put it in the trash and empty the trash. We don't want any password files living on a computer. It's not safe. And the third way of adding passwords, it's the easiest one, of course. It's always the last option, easy. You get into the office, you open your computer browser and connect to Dashlane, and you just start surfing, the way you usually do. And you'll see that Dashlane will detect if you're entering a password, a credential, and if that information does not exist inside Dashlane, then you will have like a message saying, hey, do you want to save it? What do you want to do? Do you want to save it? Do you want to change? I mean, every time Dashlane will ask you, what do you want to do? Just click save, and it's going to be added inside the vault. That's it. It is that simple. Secure notes. Sharing. Sorry. So you can share passwords. You click on share, select the password you want to share. Also secure notes, and just click next. And now you see that I am part of two groups. And so you can either share with a group if you belong to a group, or you can share with another person within AP Eagers that has created his Dashlane account. Okay. So I'm going to select the group, but basically if you share with someone else, it's going to be exactly the same experience. Okay, now Dashlane is asking us the permission. You can share with limited rights, like you're sharing your passwords. The person cannot see the password. The person cannot, and the group cannot edit the web card inside Dashlane. No notes, nothing. They can use it. I like the full rights because full rights, I'm giving full rights to everybody in my group. And if they need to update the information inside Dashlane, it is possible. If they needed to add a note, it is possible. And if I leave the company, the password will stay with the group. The password will not disappear. Limited rights, the password will disappear if I leave the company. So if you're sharing with the group some password regarding your department, for example, some very important information regarding your team, and that information needs to stay shared with the team, it's better to have it full right. So if you leave, then the team will have the passwords, and then you click on share. Brad said you don't have the view of the personal or business space. Does anyone has that, or?
I think it's just the business space I can see, because where yours shows the two different spaces, mine just doesn't show that. So I assume it's just the business space.
Are you like on are you on AP Eagers account, or your personal, like, I mean, do you have something?
On my AP Eagers account. Doesn't matter anyway. It was just a comment, so it
No,
still
because
works.
we have two different things. So I double checked before, and from my understanding, you have two spaces, but if there is one space, it's the same thing. So let me see. Secure notes. Yes, secure notes. We can create any notes. So let's stay away again from the the notebooks. We can create any secure notes and share them if we want to. We can attach to the secure notes some files if we want to, but if we attach a file, then we will not be able to share it. Okay, we can only share text. So I have the office alarm. I got to the office this morning at 8 a.m. and I was the first one, so I had to deactivate the alarm. So because I have Dashlane installed on my cell phone, I was able to access to the secure notes that my office manager has shared with me, and I was able to deactivate the alarm. So secure notes can be anything you want, okay? This is your vault, this is yours. No one else can see what you have in here. Payments and personal information and ID, this is personal, at personal level. It's up to you. If you want Dashlane to help you autofill some forms, you can do it. That's not a problem. But it's up to you if you want to put your first name, last name, your cell phone, business cell phone, your position, your company address, anything you want. So Dashlane will autofill that for you. The sharing center. So sharing center, again, I can see that I am part of two groups. If you do not see a group here, means that you are not in a group, okay? If you would like to create, or if you would like to be part of a group, you will need to contact your admins at AP Eagers, and they will create a group for you, or they will add you inside a group. Password health score. So once you have added all your passwords, go to the password health score. We need minimum 5 passwords, and Dashlane will let you know if some of them have been reused or weak or compromised. So reuse, it's anything that it's almost the same password or almost the same. Weak is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or just digits. So how can I get to as close as possible to 100%? Then I'm going to have to use the password generator. So let me get into an account here. I'm going to go into the Adobe account. Adobe, I need to sign in. So over here, Dashlane is asking me which one. I have so many accounts with Adobe, and I know I need to add this one. That's where, it's really good to add names. We can put a name on a password. So I'm going to use this one here. Click on continue. This is, I'm going to use these passwords and it connected. So it is that simple. Now I'm going to change the password because Dashlane is telling me that my password has been reused, or I'm reusing the same password. I'm using the same password for multiple accounts. So I'm going to have to access into my account, my settings. So again, I have to do it. Dashlane does not auto change for you your password. So change password. The new the current password, I don't know what it is. And the new passwords, let's use a password generator. So here it is. Either I click here and I use it, or I'm curious. This is what Dashlane is offering me. And let's say I'm having like, I'm having like a message that said, no, 40 characters is way too long. We need maximum 20. So I'm gonna have to call or pull out the password generator over here. And here it is. I can change it, put it down to 20, for example. This is my new password. I like it. I have a toolbar here. Okay, I like it. I'm going to click here, use the password generator. This is the window here. So I'm going to click on this saying, hey, copy the new password for this specific account. And do not forget to update the password on the website. So if I click back on my little D over here, I'll see that I have, this is the first credential, the latest that I used. I click here. This is exactly the password that has been created. So it's auto-filling, saving. I have my security notes, questions, anything I want, it's going to be over here. So now I'm using Dashlane as a very secure notebook. Let's go back. So this is how you change your passwords. The first time, can be scary. What I can recommend you is like the first time, just take an easy website, could be Adobe, it's free, or any other website, and just play around and change your password. Change your password many times. So you're going to feel comfortable with the password generator. If you do something wrong and you get disconnected and you cannot access that account anymore, that's okay. You can just do forget password. You're gonna receive like an email to reset your password, and boom, play again, change your password, do it until you feel comfortable. And once you're comfortable, then start changing your passwords for all the accounts that you have. Dark web monitoring. So dark web. Might be scary, don't worry. This is the first feature that I tried when I created my accounts. Basically over here, you can put up to 5 email address and just ask Dashlane to go into the dark web and see if there is any linked or stolen information associated with that specific email address. And if there is something, you are going to the first time you're going to have a list, you get an email with a list of companies and websites, and later you will have an alert. So in the first time that I did, I had LinkedIn many times, I had Adobe also, I had Dropbox, Canva, Evite, and other websites. And lately, a year ago, I had Twitter. So I'm still getting some alerts. So just look at that. Do not panic. The only thing you need to do is like connect on those specific website and change the password using the password generator. And that's it. So let me go back here. We did the dark web monitoring. So this is an example of email that's the first email you will receive when you submit your email through the dark web. Phishing alert. So Dashlane recognize, let's say over here, this is a Google presentation. So if I click over here, it's pulling out Google. If I go into the Adobe account, I click over here, Dashlane, and it's going to put Adobe over here. So this means that if you're trying to copy paste, because you can copy paste, Dashlane autofill, but you can also copy paste over here the info, okay? if you try to copy paste something that is not from Google, for example, you need to autofill something or enter the credential, you are going to have an alert saying, hey, do you trust this website? The trusted URL is, for example, google.com, and the current URL is google.com or google.something different. So you read the alerts that Dashlane are giving you, because you can avoid some phishing. Phishing is really, it's becoming more and more important nowadays. So we really need to be careful. Friends and family. So you all gonna have, once you have created your account, you will see you're gonna have another email from Dashlane asking you to redeem your friends and family coupon. So that coupon is giving you 10 extra license. So 10 extra license for you. This is not related to AP Eagers at all. This is completely separate. So this is on a personal level, and you can just invite your friends and family and use Dashlane. They will be able to share passwords, within each other. Your AP Eagers account, you cannot share outside the company, okay? It stays in the company. You share with only, colleagues or people within AP Eagers. But anything that is related to the friends and family, any personal account, then you can share, credential with other people. So this is not linked to AP Eagers. Once you have activated it, it's very simple. You go to my account, settings, and you'll see over here, I have my friend and family dashboard. Copy the link, give the link to your friends and family, and they will create their account. So let Dashlane handle filling in your information on your computer or cell phone. Delete any information you have saved in your favorite internet browser. Basically, once you have exported everything from your browser, put everything into Dashlane, just delete all your password in your browser. Your browser will not continue to autosave, but they might want to autofill. And you don't need those password anymore, because you already, once they're inside Dashlane, you are going to start updating password and changing your password. So you don't need the browsers anymore. Choose whether you want Dashlane to fill in the information on different websites. Over here, again, I'm on Google. What I can do, click on the D again. I have the autofill here. And this is for the settings, the autofill settings. So I can say, hey, Dashlane, can you pause the autofill on Google website? If I go into Adobe here, the Adobe website, I can say, hey, pause on adobe.com. Or I can also set up global preferences and say, you know what, do not autofill my phone number, do not autofill my business address, or do not autofill any form of payment anywhere. So you can just do, select what you want Dashlane to autofill for you. So keep your passwords safe with Dashlane and copy them when you need it. Turn on the dark web monitoring to watch over your information, and check and make sure your password is stronger with Dashlane. So use the password generator, okay? It can be scary, as I said at the beginning. I mean, letting something else, manage your password or create your password, it can be scary, but once you start using it, you'll see that it's really easy. Any questions or
I'll ask one, Clementine. So with an app on your device or tablet, so the password is saved in Dashlane, and then I go to use the app, but it doesn't seem to look at the password from Dashlane in an app on my phone.
On your phone when you connect to Dashlane, correct? Or
well, I suppose this is how do you get to that point? So, for example, I've got Kronos on my work iPad, which is our time and attendance tool, and I just logged into it while we were talking to see if it will take the password and everything that I have in my Dashlane account and autofill it into the Kronos app, and it's not. Now, is that something I've not set up correctly?
Did you use, you have to use exactly the same email address for the same account to have everything. What you can do also, it's a force, let me see where it is here. No, let's go back into the vault. We can force the synchronization.
Okay.
You should be able, if you're using your AP Eagers account and you have it installed, you have Dashlane installed on Edge, on Chrome, on your cell phone, on your tablet, always using the AP Eagers account, you should be able to have access to exactly the same vault and the same information. So if something is not syncing, because we sync every hour, then you can just force the syncing.
So if I'm looking at that via a website, so if I'm looking at the time and attendance tool via the website, what if it's an app on the tablet? Does that make any difference? Because I think that's where the disconnect is.
Well, it's the same application.
Okay.
You have to, on the tablet, I mean, you have to download the app. It's exactly you should have exactly the same information.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's something that you're doing wrong, or you can do a print screen and send it to Mark so he can double check what's the issue, and then he can escalate that to me if you.
Yeah. And the password saving between browsers, between Edge and Chrome, they save between the both. So if I change one in Edge, it will be updated in Chrome as well.
Well, if you change your password on a specific account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be saving to Dashlane.
Okay.
So if you have Dashlane installed in another browser, you know, it's going to synchronize. Yes.
Beauty.
I've got a question. So if we're using obviously Dashlane as our password manager, do we need to delete the autofill data and password data that was previously being used, or that we previously used in Edge or Chrome?
Yes. Yes. But before doing that, export everything.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure. So before we start using Dashlane, we've got to obviously export it in and then delete out all of this.
Yeah. Because if you do not delete them, then your browser is going to say, hey, I want to autofill too. And Dashlane is going to say, me too.
Yeah.
And that's going to be confusing.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I've just got a quick question about the mobile app. It was working for me when I first downloaded Dashlane. And then it signed me out, and every time I've tried to get logged back in again, I've just tried it again now. It tells me that I've got an invalid SSO. I can log into the app on my computer, that's no problem, but I just can't get into the app on my, like the mobile app on my phone.
You will need to double check with your admins.
Okay.
Because the SSO, yes, you have to double check with them first.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you.
Can I ask a question about the friends and family accounts? Are they, do we have to pay for those, or do they have to pay for them? No?
No. So as long as you're with AP Eagers, no.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
It's 10 accounts for free. What will happen if you leave AP Eagers? You know, that can happen. So basically, if you leave the company, your AP Eagers Dashlane account will not be, you won't be able to access that account.
Yeah.
But for the friends and family, you'll still have, and you're gonna get an email saying, hey, you know, you still have 40 days to use Dashlane. So after the 40 days, either you want to pay for the friends and family, which is, I don't know, I mean, I know in Europe, it's like a 90 euro per year for 10 people divided by 12. It's nothing. It's up to you. If you don't want to pay, then the account is gonna revert into a free account. So we're not letting you down. You can still use Dashlane, but the free account is just limited. Like you can only have it in one place, either your cell phone or one browser. no
Okay.
multiple places. So it's going to be limited. So it's-
Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any questions? So I recorded the training. I will send the recording to Mark, and he will share that with you.
Thanks, Clementine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Have a great end of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Clementine. Bye-bye.
Thanks.